So when you go in to buy leads to work, there are all kind of different types that are available to you. Typically, the fresher leads are more expensive, and the older one or the age leads are cheaper. Now, a lot of insurance agents will naturally gravitate towards the cheaper leads because they don't want to spend as much money on a lead. They want to keep as much money in their pocket. Welcome to the Final Expense Sales Academy, the hub for mastering the art of final expense life insurance sales. If you're looking to become a pro in the final expense industry, you're in the right place. My name is Kyle Williams, and I'm your host to go through the ins and outs of the final expense business, from tips to tricks to industry insights. We cover everything you need to close deals with confidence, provide true value to your clients, and become a better insurance agent. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get started on elevating your sales game one video at a time. As in this episode, we are going to talk about, is it better to work fresh or aged leads for final expense life insurance sales? So when you go in to buy leads to work, there are all kind of different types that are available to you. Typically, the fresher leads are more expensive, and the older one or the age leads are cheaper. Now, a lot of insurance agents will naturally gravitate towards the cheaper leads because they don't want to spend as much money on a lead. They want to keep as much money in their pocket. Let me tell you a story about an agent that I came across one day. The agent had been in the business about a month and a half. They were given access to the lead portal through their agency, and they were told to buy 30 to 40 leads a week. This individual was just getting started and did not have a lot of capital to play with. Since they received the instructions to buy 30 to 40 leads a week, they had gravitated naturally to the cheaper lead. With this particular organization, and most organizations, the cheapest leads are the aged leads. By the time I made contact with this individual, they were really struggling and having a hard time getting any traction with sales. After talking with the individual for a while, they had never really been described the difference between the two types of leads. This is a typical scenario that happens to a lot of different agencies. So let's break down the two different lead types. So there's fresh leads. Fresh leads, it doesn't matter the source, whether it's digital or direct mail. A fresh lead is one that has not been worked and is less than 2 or 3 months old. It is relatively fresh. Now, aged leads. Aged leads are the leads that have typically already been worked and assigned to different agents and are more than a couple months old. So what is the point of purchasing an aged lead if they've already been assigned? And why would you not only just work fresh leads? So let me provide some context on both of those. So you can write business on aged leads just like you can on fresh leads. And it can help you with keeping a pipeline full of prospects to try to solicit insurance to. Now, with fresh leads, you don't have to sort through as many leads to make a sale, obviously, because these people should be a little bit more higher intent. Aged leads, you can still sell those because they've shown intent at one time. It's just been sitting there for a while. So you'll just need to work more of those leads to maintain the same amount of production, theoretically, on the same fresh lead. So working fresh leads is ideal and preferred because you are catching the more higher intent lead. Okay, it's fresher on their mind. They're thinking about it. They reached out, made contact, are wanting to get things going. They're wanting some information on it. Sometimes agents are in a cash crunch, though. So working a sufficient number of fresh leads may not be economical at the time. So this is where aged leads can come into play. Ideally, it would be best to mix in some fresh and aged leads if you're on an economical budget, trying to make as many sales but not spend as much money as possible. So it would be good to mix it. Ideally, maybe 50-50. That would be a great mix. And a good number to consider when buying aged leads is you may want to buy anywhere between 50 to 100% more aged leads compared to the fresh leads to maintain writing the same amount of premium. Because you're going to have to sift through more aged leads to write the same amount of premium if you took all things equal and compared fresh leads to aged leads. You're not going to over a long period of time anyways. If you worked 20 fresh leads and 20 aged leads, more times than not, you're going to write more business on the fresh leads than you are the aged leads. So to maintain the same amount of production, you're going to need 50 to 100% more aged leads to maintain the same amount of production. So then that way you can keep your production levels up, keep money flowing in. Because unfortunately, in this business that we're in, unless you're on a free lead platform deal, if you want to make money, you have to pay to play. You have to spend money to make money. And that's where a lot of managers, when they're recruiting insurance agents, fail to really explain that to agents. Is you have to be willing to spend money to make money. You have to be able to write that check every week to go out and go make money. And there's some agents spending close to $1,000 a week in leads, and there's some agents spending a couple hundred. It depends on the type of leads that you're working. Every type of lead has different lead cost, etc. It's best to figure out which one is the best for your platform that you're selling on, and find the lead that converts at a high rate. It is best to fall into a duplicatable system that you know already works. But in this context here, in this episode, I just really wanted to break down the difference between fresh leads and aged leads. And then if you do choose to work aged leads, how to navigate that and make sure that you can maintain writing business. And you need to be buying a substantial amount of leads a week, so that way you can keep production up. Because if you're an insurance agent that's just trying to buy 5-10 leads a week, it's just simply not going to make it. You need to be working a good amount of leads every week. I recommend at least 25 to 30 leads a week for in-person. If you're doing telesales, you need to be working way more than that to maintain production at a high level. That way you can make a good sourceable income. So if you have any questions, comment below. Be sure to subscribe so that way you catch our latest content. If you receive something valuable here, subscribe or share it with your friends, share it on social media, and we will see you in the next episode.